Welcome to Catholic News World.
Welcome to Catholic News World. Please subscribe to our channel. My name is Steph. Here are this week's breaking news headlines.
A Catholic priest was shot and seriously injured by armed gunmen while he was saying Holy Mass. The men entered the church on April 12, 2024 in Myanmar. The two unidentified gunmen shot the priest as he celebrated Mass at St. Patrick's Church in Marian, Diocese of Myitkyina, Kachin State. Father Paul Kwai Shane Ong, age 40, is currently in the local hospital, undergoing emergency surgery for his serious injuries. Myanmar has been undergoing a violent civil conflict that began more than 3 years ago, following a military coup. Pope Francis mentioned this in his general audience on Wednesday. In several regions of the country, chaos and violence are a daily occurrence, affecting civilians and members of religious minorities. The shooting took place around 6 local time. The two masked men arrived on a motorbike. Once inside the church, they fired at least 5 shots, local sources say. The priest was shot 3 times. Father Ong is of Chin ethnicity and is around 40 years old. A Catholic shrine to Mary Queen of Peace was vandalized in Cameroon, Africa. The Mary Queen of Peace Sanctuary in Nsimilin, on the outskirts of Yaoundé, capital of Cameroon, was attacked and desecrated by unidentified people on the night of April 2nd to 3rd. Father Antoine Roger Ivona, the rector of the Mary Queen of Peace Sanctuary, said he found the place of worship seriously vandalized on Wednesday, April 3rd in the morning. The unidentified individuals destroyed 4 icons of Christ and the Virgin Mary, as well as the 14 stations of the Stations of the Cross. Archbishop of Yaoundé, Jean Barga, said in an April 4th statement, "I firmly condemn this act, which reminds us that Christ has not finished suffering in his love for humanity." Dedicated to the Virgin Mary since 1986, the Mary Queen of Peace Sanctuary welcomes thousands of pilgrims each year. For Father Ivuna, the situation is particularly serious. This sanctuary is located in a very sensitive place, namely inside the Nsimilin International Airport, he explained. Then he said, "When such a scandal, such vandalism occurs, we asked about security. We have next to us the Presidential Guard and the Aeronautical Authority, which manages airport safety and security. It cannot be a matter for the Church alone." Faced with these acts of desecration, the Archbishop urged Christians to offer a rosary novena so that his divine mercy and holy providence may triumph. The Archbishop also asked them to unite their efforts for the penance, reparation, and restoration of the shrine. May the Blessed Virgin Mary from heaven rekindle the fervent faith of his people, the conversion of one another, and the promotion of peace in our country and in the world, Marga said. The Archbishop celebrated a Mass of reconsecration of the shrine with the faithful. A bishop-elect died suddenly at age 59, which shocked Scotland's Catholic Church. The bishop-elect of the Diocese of Dunkeld, Father Martin Chambers, died in his sleep on April 9th. He had just returned from a pilgrimage to Lourdes, France. The Archdiocese of Glasgow posted on their X account, Archbishop Nolan said he was shocked and saddened at the news of Bishop-elect Chambers' death at the age of 59. Martin's death is a huge loss, not only to his own diocese and the Diocese of Dunkeld, where he had been appointed bishop, but for the whole Catholic Church in Scotland. In a statement on Wednesday, 10th April 2024, the diocesan administrator, Canon Kevin Golden, announced the sad news. "It is with deep regret and sorrow that I have to inform you that our bishop-elect, Martin Chambers, died in his sleep last evening. May he rest in peace, and may his family and loved ones find consolation in the risen Lord and the love of family and friends. While, of course, we know nothing of the funeral arrangements yet, I feel it is important that we gather together as a diocese to celebrate Mass for Father Martin. To that end, I invite you to join with me at St. Andrew's Cathedral this Friday, 12th April. Everyone will be welcome to join in this Easter celebration of the Eucharist. Eternal rest grant unto his soul, Lord, and let perpetual light shine upon him. May his soul and the souls of all the faithful departed, through the mercy of God, rest in peace. A Catholic nun was briefly abducted and assaulted in Malawi, Africa. The Episcopal Conference of Malawi, in a statement, wrote that they learned with deepest shock and dismay that a Catholic nun was on Thursday morning, April 11, 2024, abducted in Zambia by unknown occupants of a car that stopped for her, pretending to be Good Samaritans. The Catholic nun was assaulted by the occupants of the car who took her to a destination beyond where she was intending to go. The assailants told the nun that the assault was due to the fact that they do not subscribe to her faith and to her identity as a religious. The assailants went further and demonstrated their intolerance by forcefully removing and throwing out of the car window the rosary and the cross she was wearing, and thus leaving her hurt, helpless, and traumatized. Everyone knows the rosary and the cross are religious articles that give an identity and are a sacred value to an individual who wears and uses them. The bishops continued, while we may treat this as an isolated case, we wish to condemn this appalling and distressing incident in the strongest terms. This is one incident among several others that have occurred in our country recently, and we fear that this has the potential to disrupt the peace that the Malawian society is known for. In our recent pastoral letter, The Sad Story of Malawi, we warned Malawians against developing tendencies that demonstrate religious intolerance. Every peace-loving Malawian knows that the supreme law of our nation, which is our Constitution, provides for freedom of worship, and thus every citizen has the right to belong to any religious grouping of his or her choice and cannot therefore be barred from practicing and indeed manifesting the religion of his or her choice anywhere in the country.
Watch our programme every Friday at 7:30 p.m. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to Catholic News World channel. God bless.
Please subscribe to Catholic News World's YouTube channel. Thanks and God bless.